Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today to continue with the ideal romantic partner, I'm going to do a request to read today for the actor Gong Yoo. I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly. So yes, this is my first time reading for him actually. I know he is the actor from Goblin and he had worked in a lot of like very famous movies and gay dramas. So yes, let's start with his reading. He got the Page of Pentacles, Page of Wands, the Temperance, and Three of Swords. So definitely what I can see here again, I did shuffle my cards very well. And this is actually the third time that I get all these pages at the beginning of the reading. So like I explained in my other readings when this happened, is that I came to the realization that actually these pages presented here do not represent traits of the person itself, like the ideal is more like it represents the person that I'm reading for. In this case, of him, of Gong Yoo, his attributes. Like somehow he's also present in the reading, like also like saying and showing in the spread that for him an ideal it's something that he builds together with this person. It's not something that he just wishes like very like faithfully or even like naively that oh, I need to find this person to be happy, or if I find this ideal I will be happy. I believe he has like a more proactive perception of this, more like if I want to find my ideal I also have to become an ideal and I have to act and move in a certain way. I have to get involved in the process of finding them and also being able to be a good match for them. Here with the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Wands, definitely this guy is a builder in the sense that he loves to build relationships and maintain them. He's very faithful, a bit cold, like detached and traditional in his ways, but definitely he knows what he wants, and he's very persistent in his attempts. He takes love pretty seriously, I would say. And probably he does show that he cares with a lot of like consistency and probably like being very practical, like actually not that romantic, but being very present in that person's life. Probably it also could indicate that he's a bit slow in love, like in the sense that for him it takes a while to actually being able to build this sort of like a perfect scenario that he wants this relationship to unfold. Somehow he wants to like to work on this, to take the lead, but when he's ready, at his own pace and in his own like terms, I would say. He's like much more than he's like much more of the guy that he would love to take control and participation in how things happen with this person. Like I definitely see him more like a sort of like a leader, like someone that he's like, okay, if even if I am with my ideal, somehow I know I still have a lot to learn and I would like to be in control of this. I would like to see how this goes. And if I can add a bit of seriousness to the matter, the better. So, with all these pentacles here, I could say that probably he could meet or he could like have a type. Definitely, I see him like a very hardworking person. So, maybe he's that sort of person that he's like married to his work. Uh, but yes, like if he would meet this ideal or if he had the chance, probably would be through work or work related, and actually what he wants from an ideal is he got the temperance card, so definitely a sort of healer, like someone that it's a good, like someone that is an angel somehow. I don't know why I get these words of angel, someone very and I wouldn't say like innocent, more like someone that it's those sort of people that make you feel better, make you feel like you you come transformed after you encounter this person. Like somehow they are magical, they have this attribute to themselves that you are not the same person after you meet them. Everything about them transforms you. If you had a bad day, just talking to them or having a conversation or an interaction, just a word of them can somehow like calm you, like ground you, also like heal you. You are different. And also they help you to see um the different perspectives of um of a situation. Maybe with their, I would say the they would guide them, but they have this very sweet aura, this very like transformative aura, that they just know what to say or do to make you feel better. And they do it from a very like selfless kind of way. It's not that they do it to win favors of you or to win your trust or something like that. They are like this with everyone. And they can be very philosophical in the way they express themselves, somehow like being very, very intelligent, but at the same time very spiritual. This is what I mean with healing. And they can do it very casually. This is why I think that this should be this sort of person that you meet in your everyday life, or you encounter them every once in a while, and it's the little things. It's the details. It's also their nature. They are not like tied to materialism, to material things or material gain. Of course, that they are successful and they have their own reality and their own goals, but their view of life it's very selfless. They are not based on the ego. They are in this period in their life where they are letting go of control. And I believe that, I don't know why I get that. I never read for this. I believe I never read for him individually. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I have done a lot of reading, so I don't know. I don't remember if I did. But he does remind me of, I don't know why I get that he's a sort of control freak, that he is a bit of a controlling person, and that he's afraid to lose control actually, and maybe in relationships he also has this tendency. And I believe that this temperance would be like this sort of influence that would be like, it's okay, you don't need to control anything. Like whatever happens between us, it happens. It is what it is. And there's no overthinking. There's no like suspicion of this. This is who we are. This is how we're feeling at the moment. So don't worry. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about us. Just flow with opportunities. Just flow with whatever I make you feel. Like, don't question it. Don't try to find the reasons why you like me or why you want to be with me. Like, just allow yourself to feel inspired by me and my energy. So, definitely a very, very soothing kind of like energy, I believe that this person is this sort of like this person that went through a lot. So since they went through a lot of experiences in their lives, probably they lost in the past, they went through a lot of grief. Um, with time, they became a bit like a masters of themselves. So they promote this sort of like very like free kind of like philosophy, like do not try to restrain how you feel. If you feel something for me, just go with the flow. I will not hurt you. And I believe that this is very important message because then he got the free of swords. So definitely he is afraid of getting hurt. I don't know if in the past he had been hurt, or he had been like very deeply disappointed in someone or in a relationship that he was very invested emotionally, and things didn't work out. So it left a mark on him, and definitely probably he does have trust issues. So here with the temperance here, it's like, don't worry, I am not your past. Like I am something else. I know I am different. I know I can probably scare you because I am different, but don't worry, because I am not like the people you met in the past. Somehow like a very renewing experience. Someone very different, someone that also is not going to pressure him into being in a relationship, or like, okay, what are we, like, let me know. Like I think that this is sort of like it could be like a friend that could slowly, the bond could get like deeper and slowly turn into something romantic. But definitely I think that it has the pause and the fluency that Gong Yoo needs. He definitely needs someone like this, because, and I don't know if this person could be a sort of therapist as well, because it has to do with well-being. So maybe it could be someone that works with, I don't know, mental care, like therapy, giving some kind of therapy, or like very focused on healing yourself, because he definitely went through something very heartbreaking for him. And he's a very guarded person. Definitely, I see this. I know this reading is not about him. Actually, I should do a reading individually for him to see his energy, but I sense that this is what he needs. He needs a sort of like um, a healing balm. Um, he needs someone that can like actually be patient with him, because probably he's a bit afraid of commitment. Um, Actually, he could sabotage a bit his relationships, like, when he finally, like, when he meets someone that he likes, or that is his quote unquote his type, for example, physically, or when it comes to appearances, he could sabotage a bit those encounters, being like ghosting people, or being a bit elusive, and actually changing his mind very often, or hiding behind his work, being like, oh no, I'm too busy, I don't have time, oh, I didn't call you because, and so definitely he's this sort of man that he needs love to happen to him like a surprise. He needs to be the last to know that that he's actually like falling for someone. Like it has to come to him like a surprise, because if he suspects the little bit suspicion he has that he could potentially fall for someone, he gets scared. He gets scared, and then he tries to retreat. Like, oh, no, 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 I don't have time for this. I don't want this. I don't want to go through this again. So probably it has to come from a sort of like a connection that he doesn't suspect that it could happen or it could turn into this. So probably, like I mentioned, like a friend, like a colleague, like I don't know, someone that he doesn't see like a potential, and that it slowly this person with their presence and with their very beautiful personality and the way they have to, they just impact people's life. They make an impact. They make a very strong influence, positive one. And they do it effortlessly. Like they do it, they just are naturals in this. This is why I don't know if maybe this could be someone that really works like a therapist, or works dealing with people and with people's problems, and helps people out in this sense. But definitely for him, it would be like, it could start like a very casual connection, like talking about work or talking about other things, and all of a sudden he discovers that he's in love. So something like this. But yes, it has to be slow, because if he does start to notice, he will run away. And then he got, from the oracle, he got the card of intimate meeting. And it says, the oracle is a warning. If such an intimate and profound encounter is linked to simple seduction of a man or a woman, catastrophe is certain to follow. Yeah, in here, what it says is that, you know, that actually maybe he's a bit avoidant of intimacy, or maybe he approaches intimacy meetings with, something casual, or being, like a one night stand, or being like, okay, yes, like, I know you're beautiful, we feel attracted to each other, like we had this intimate meeting, and that's it. This is what I was mentioning like earlier. He definitely, for him to connect with his ideal, it cannot be based on attraction at first, or a potential like instant attraction, like sex has to be out of the way, out of you know the the picture. It has to start very subtle. It has to be almost like someone that he's like, oh, this person is not my type. So he will relax in front of that person. He will not try to seduce this person or be the one in control and trying to control where the relationship goes. Because I'm sure that there's something, when he feels that someone is interested in him and he feels the same, he starts to control how the meeting or the encounter is going to be. And it starts being very like automatic. And it runs out fast. Like he loses interest very fast, because he does it very on automatic, to somehow have the control over the situation, like, okay, you and me, we like each other, we are together, and that's it, something like this. He decides when it starts and when it ends, and he needs to, like, for him to connect with his ideal, he needs to remove control, and this is what his ideal is bringing to him, the temperance, to show him that there's another version of love, that actually love can be very magical, and love can be very healing, if you allow it to happen, if you give it time, if you like don't judge it, if you don't have like a perceived conception of what is love. Probably he had, since his past experiences, he has like a very narrow like perception or traditional perception of what love feels like or what love should be. And the temperance here is like, no, I'm actually here to be different, to bring calmness into your life, to bring healing, to bring you peace, to bring you balance, to bring you tranquility, to bring you compassion, and to also heal him for a heartache. So this person is very special. Is very special, but it's not his type. It doesn't start like that. It's not like an instant attraction. No, it's very far away from that. It's a surprise, but it's a beautiful. So it's like a gift from the universe that is like, okay, you tried hanging out with these people, you try meeting these people, and somehow they do not feel you. They do not like meet your needs or what you're looking for, because he doesn't even know what he's looking for. He knows what he isn't, what he doesn't like. He knows what he isn't looking for, but at the same time his vision is very narrowed about love, because if we base it on past experiences, they had ended very bad. So he's like, I don't want to do this again. And also he's afraid of failure. He doesn't want to fail. He doesn't want to fail again. For him, he takes it very personally when a relationship doesn't work out, or when he has to end things, he feels like a failure himself. Even if he doesn't like show it, he feels like if he failed. He takes it very personally, almost as if, we're talking about a business gone wrong, something like that. He takes it very like, oh, it affects my performance, or it affects my value as a person if I'm not able to, to have a successful relationship. His sort of view is like a business, but I think that this is why he needs someone more sensitive, someone special, and someone that also doesn't overwhelm him with a lot of emotionality, because he needs someone that is emotional, but he just has to be like distracted for love to find him. So yes, guys, this is all I have for him. I hope that it made sense, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.